Growing up, my mom told us how blessed we were that my great-grandfather, along with his 3 sons, migrated from the South and settled on the North End. There were good jobs, schools, and opportunities. Our neighborhoods were a great place to raise a family. As descendants of great legacy Detroiters, we can build Detroit better. I'm Todd Perkins, husband, father, lawyer, community servant, and I'm running for mayor. Detroit, we can do better, much better. Get involved at PerkinsForThePeople.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Beat Factory 313 World Stories podcast, and I'm your host, Juice. And I got a reenactment I want to share with y'all. We're gonna go back to one of my old original, one of my very first interviews with Logic Parker's Detroit Hitman. You know what I'm saying? It was very interesting. And the reason I want to share this with y'all again is because me and Logic talked about a few things that to this day and time, he don't see it, but he said it in this interview, and I'm going to break it down to y'all as we go. So with that being said, let me pull it up now, and we will get this started. Hit that like, comment, subscribe button for me. And I appreciate y'all.
Let's tell a little bit about how they label you.
I put the professional hitman without a body.
Say that again.
Without a contract. A body and no contract. No.
Meaning you serving time. Do you got any murders?
Not that I know of.
And what you serving time for at this time, Logic?
There was a lot of shit I was serving time for, but the main thing it was a Rick. You know what I'm saying? Maserati Rick. When that case hit, it put me in a limelight. Mm-hmm. They killed my whole innocent bit. You know what I'm saying? You can't be innocent. I can't be innocent no more. Because why? Because I'm a killer, as they say. Once I beat that case, it was no fair play no more. I have no legs to stand on. Because the prosecutor coming at me hard with the police. I have nothing to stand on. Feds, it's like everybody want a piece of me.
And what you think made them target you exactly?
Because they couldn't get a conviction. Because they couldn't get a conviction. And when the incident happened, like I said, when the incident happened, I got shot. My main man, Maserati, he got shot. You know what I'm saying? Rick, he got shot. Okay. So we both went to the hospital. So when we both went to the hospital, he went to a different one. I went to one down the street. And next thing you know, I get my whole name to show you how innocent, you know what I'm saying, I thought it was going to be. But to tell the truth, I got shot on the street. You know what I'm saying?
Was it the same street Maserati got shot on?
Yeah.
Oh.
See, what I try to keep telling y'all thinking Demetrius and Maserati was just some light-skinned pretty boys. They wasn't to be messed with. You think they rose to the top without knowing how to handle themselves out here? So what it sounds like happened, allegedly, they got on, they was trying to get on Rick. Rick peeped it. They had a full-fledged shootout. So that's why Logic Parker was even brought up in the Maserati Rick murder. And to those who don't know about Maserati Rick, after this shootout, was killed in Sinai Grace Hospital. That's the only time you see something like that, somebody being killed in the hospital, was on them old mob movies. This actually went down in the city of Detroit, the Maserati Rick murder. Then let them continue.
Okay. But that shooting that took place at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So he gets shot and I get shot.
And after you beat that case, then what occurred? They didn't leave you alone after that?
After I beat that case, I messed around and went to Indiana to see somebody. Fireworks came up around that time. Okay.
Did you get charged with anything in Indiana?
No, they told me don't come back no more.
Okay, so what transpired? Can you talk about Indiana or no? I don't want to speak on stuff.
It was like 2 tip murders, you know what I'm saying? The only thing was just guns and they appreciate that.
Right. And what they
Kick me
allegedly
out of the
try to,
state.
and what the feds
Yeah,
try to
kick
turn
out.
it into.
Oh man, look here. After they kicked me out of the state,
Mm-hmm.
it hit back into the city. You know what I'm saying? So it left a nasty taste. And the prosecutor mouth. Prosecutor didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because hold up, we had it. Had what?
Who the
The killing part, not to cut him off right there, they shot my man Pat, and Pat said it was allegedly was one of the connects with him. So I don't know why they thought it was Demetrius. Whoever it was jumped the gun and just got to shoot. I don't think it was Logic. That's why he was able to walk on that. I think whoever was with him, you feel me, or somebody was there before, was at the same time. But let me keep going.
They had nothing.
Who the prosecutors felt they had?
They thought they had a killer. They let go of a killer. We could have got rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
Could have locked him up for life.
Who they think you was down in Indiana to see?
Oh, shit. Well, what happened was old boy hook up Holloway.
Which Holloway?
Demetrius.
Okay. But Meach wasn't in Indiana, was he?
No,
Oh,
my niggas get married.
so everything they got you on circumstantial.
And sometimes up in Michigan, that's good enough. You got to prove your innocence. You know, they ain't like, you know, say you are guilty to proving guilty. You got to prove your innocence.
So if you
can't do that, you're out of there.
But if you beat the case, what they using to hold you?
They figured if they could just catch any kind of anything, you know what I'm saying, we could use against him, you know what I'm saying, because we got the right one. You know what I'm saying? We got him.
Mm-hmm.
All thing we got to do is just lay him down. He just won't stay down, though. and look, that fake, after he put some more fire, put some more gasoline on the fire with that fake incident out the Oak Park. You know what I'm saying? When I got shot out there, you know what I'm saying?
Tell us a little bit about the Oak Park incident since you brought that up.
The battle at Oak Park. You know.
Now I want y'all to pay close attention to this battle in Oak Park, what he's saying. Then I'm gonna tell you the rebuttal to this on what really happened. Not what he think happened, but what really happened. Because like I told y'all before, that's my man right there, Big Cuddy, in the black and purple. And with the sleeves off, powerhouse shirt, that's Steve Washington. Them two was monsters. They original Monster Crew members, you feel me? And they wasn't for no motherfucking games. But let you keep listening to Logic right quick. And he go tell the incident that Cuddy was coming for him. That's how dangerous Cuddy was.
Battle out the Oak Park. Okay.
And that
you gotta see how that worked out. You know what I'm saying? A battle.
And that
means it was a lot of shooting, right?
Right. With you and who?
It wasn't no lot of shooting.
Mm-hmm.
They had the feds out there too. Come on now.
So
I still want my money too, because they shot me in my leg. I want my money. They think it's a joke. Shoot me in my leg and then play it off like it was somebody else.
Now who shot you? Who you think? Who allegedly shot you?
The feds.
Now what transpired on that day? What they allegedly say happened? What the feds say happened? Can you speak on how they wrote it up?
Yeah, the feds say was some people supposed to be coming out there to
where?
Mr. Jones or Punch or me or whoever at the house. They would put it out there. You know what I'm saying? They wrote it down, but they won't put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some guys. Did they get hold to the guys that supposed to come out there? I don't think so. So
now, who was supposed to come? Who was supposed to come where? So they'd be clear what we talking about.
Out the Oak Park, they supposed to. They put out a rumor that guys got in the basement and put this together. You know what I'm saying? Demetrius, Chauncey, Rockin' Chauncey, and a few other guys.
Now this is something he talking about. This happened after Rick got killed. So he talking about Demetrius Holloway, Rock, and Chauncey. I think Chauncey was killed at his mother's house in the front of his mother's house. And I think they found Rock in the trunk of his car, dead out at Metro Airport in the trunk of a car. But what I'm telling you is Cuddy was coming. That was Big Cuddy out there. And see what people fail to realize, when the feds know your life is in danger, they get it on them wiretaps or any tips that somebody about to try to take your life. It's their job. They got to come and notify you. So what the feds was doing was protecting them and letting them know. The feds was there watching them. When Big Cuddy came, Big Cuddy saved through the tear gas and then went and hit the door, trying to kick the door, knock the door down, and got to shooting, firing shots up in there. The disco lights came on out of nowhere. He said federal agents popped up on him, and his ride left him, and Cuddy had to get away from Oak Park on feet and make it back to the east side, and he did that, standing at about 300-something pounds. 6'3", 6'4". That's Cuddy right there in the black suit in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Cuddy wasn't no little guy, and he was for real with it. R.I.P. the Big Cut.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. They was trying to kill you. They were trying to kill you and who else?
Poncho.
Which Poncho? Because you know it was two Ponchos. Which Poncho?
Barkley, Irene, Barkley.
Okay. What they called him on the street?
Say again?
What they called him on the street?
Called him Poncho. Oh yeah, on the wheelchair deal. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They gave that name for why.
Right.
He never rode in the wheelchair unless he.
Well, no, they called it. They put that on him because it was another Poncho, I believe. So the distinguish the two.
Couple Poncho.
Right. So that was the distinguish. Right. Okay. So so what transpired of that? Now that you say the feds say it was some people supposed to be coming out there to get you and Poncho, they had a secret meeting.
Yeah, they tried to put the rumor out there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Put the rumor out there that will put it down. You know what I'm saying? But that'll just throw some. You know what I'm saying? Start something. You know what I'm saying? Make mayhem. That's what they're trying to put out there. They're trying to put the smoking, you know what I'm saying, up our ass. Because the reason why, because they get away from what they did. Because on the real deal, they weren't trying to shoot me. They did. You know what I'm saying? They shot through a solid door they couldn't see through. And if we did believe that somebody else, though, you know what I'm saying, once he shot through the door, you know what I'm saying, I got hit, you know what I'm saying, the tear gas. Hey, what can you say? What's going on? You believe something like that shouldn't happen? Because why? Because the only thing you do is just knock on the door. It's the Fed. We got a warrant for your arrest.
Right.
What can we do? What can we?
Now, did you hear him? He said if the feds, all they had to do was knock on the door. Says the feds, what could they do? Cuddy wasn't the feds. Cut was coming to exterminate. You feel me? Big Cuddy was going after other killers. So that let you know what type of individual he was. Cuddy was a different type of animal, different type of monster.
We do.
Right, let him in.
Now, y'all didn't come up with no warrant. Y'all come up with a tear gas up in the house and shot a shot through the back door, trying to make sure I didn't come out that door. They thought I would come out there blazing that mess up their whole little scheme, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, they want us to do is just holler, help, help. When I started hollering, them come out there, start shooting, and they just changed their mind. And they try to change my mind at the same time by shooting through that door.
So what still got you in there now then? What's holding you up? Can you speak on what's holding you up now?
Well, they gave me a fake case, you know what I'm saying, an arson case,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And they try to say that I, you know what I'm saying, blew up something, you know, and I was in Chicago.
Okay.
But that didn't matter because they still wanted my hits. Somebody called and said, okay, the people you're looking for, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Give them a little anonymous phone call, and they jumped right up on it. Believe it or not, they still didn't have no evidence. It didn't really matter anyway. You know, so when you call my name out, it doesn't matter.
Did you peep what he just said? He said they got an anonymous tip that said where he was at in Chicago. So that means somebody close to him told on him. You feel me? How did they know where he was at? He wasn't even here no more.
And how much time they give you on this?
60 to 120.
60 to
With
120.
with a second degree life, 2 for the gun, 6 to 10 on arson.
And ain't nobody died.
Now,
But you the notorious hitman, Logic Parker.
you got to put him away. You got to put our foot down. Well, worry about him killing nobody. He'll die up in there. You see what I'm saying? If they want to kill somebody else, somebody will kill me, and they clean house right there. We don't have to worry about it.
Well,
I'm still alive.
how they got you labeled that this notorious hitman, and they never proved the murder case on you? That's what got me baffled.
You don't have to.
You
That's
feel
the whole
me?
thing about it. If you don't have, so like that, we can suggest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's a killer. He's been all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
So how did you beat the Maserati murder? If they had you down for the Maserati murder, how did you actually beat the Maserati murder? The Maserati Rick murder.
Let me give you a little info.
Okay.
The prosecutor came to me and said, "Look here, I give you a cop for 6 years for this first degree murder.
For killing Maserati Rick, they was gonna give you 6 years.
6 years if I take a cop."
Get out of here. For a murder?
That was in the middle of the trial.
Right. And what?
I said, I don't think so.
Right. Who you had for attorney?
Renee Cooper.
Okay. And then, so what transpired? How did it play out in trial? Can you speak on how it played out in trial since there is already a record of it?
Yeah, it's already a record of it. It was almost like it was worse than the OJ trial. You know what I'm saying? It was just so much chaos.
And now, what year was this?
Prosecution.
What year was this?
88.
Okay, you say it was worse than the OJ trial, and what else?
OJ didn't have nothing on my trial. They're taking pictures from people just popped out of nowhere, hollering, talking to my, you threatened me. We picked the jury out, hollering, you threatened me. I think Rick, brother-in-law, whatever, you know what I'm saying? He's screaming and hollering in the courtroom.
Clyde Carter?
I think it was. No, Clyde is his brother.
Yeah, Clyde, his brother. Oh, who you said was hollering in the courtroom?
It was his brother-in-law.
Oh, brother-in-law. Oh, okay.
Boy, messed with his sister.
Oh, okay.
His sister went down there. His sister was in the court,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, in the courtroom talking to the prosecutor or one of the detectives, you know what I'm saying, about what? I don't know. We couldn't at the jury.
Right.
And next thing you know, he jumped up, and you know what I'm saying, looking at me and said,
"You have 1 minute remaining."
Then he turned around and hollered and said, "Hey, you threatened me?" Threatened you? I don't know what he's talking about. And next thing you know, the whole courtroom got kind of crazy. The judge kicked him out. He hollered, talking about that. My attorney jumped up and said, "Hey, that's the same guy that said my life ain't worth a dime." You know, that's what I was saying. It was just chaos. From my attorney talking about slapping the prosecutor to the prosecutor turning against his own witness.
Call back when you can. Call back too.
All right.
We appreciate you calling, Logic Parker. But yeah, you can finish.
Sir.
There we go. Logic Parker. Let the people that you know out there still in the streets thinking that the streets is what's happening. Let them see that you don't even have to. They could get tired of you being implicated in certain things and come and shut your lights out, even when they don't have no reason to shut your lights out. Logic Parker is a prime example. He doing more time than actual murderers who've been convicted of murder doing, and he don't have a murder case yet. You know what I'm saying? All here's the circumstantial evidence. You feel me? He got locked up. The case he on now is an arson. You know what I'm saying? That he was burnt up in allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I want y'all to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. And let the people know the streets ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got 1,000,001 stories in the urban community. This just but one. and we go get to the rest of them. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, and I'll be back on. Y'all go check out the YouTube streets and check out my co-host. You got Dogface, you got Public Figure Boogie, and you got Detroit Gossip. Check out their content, as well as check out our group content, the YouTube streets, when we on there. And with that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go now and get this out to y'all. Tap back in later on, and I appreciate all y'all. Hit that like, comment, subscribe. And it's the Beat Factory 313, and I'm Juice, your host, and I'm out.